What is going on, everybody? RJ here from RJ Football Talk, coming at you with another Raw review. This is for the January 21st edition, 2013. And we start off the show with Paul Heyman and Vickie Guerrero in the ring. And basically all they're doing is just showing clips of the Rock concert last week, which fucking sucked. The entire show last week sucked. Horrible. I wasted 3 hours last week, but we're not talking about last week's show. We're talking about this week's. So basically that's all the promo is for, just showing the clips of the Rock concert, which they've shoved down our throats ever since he did the Rock concert. And, you know, they show the clips, and then Vickie Guerrero's like, oh, The Rock is banned from the arena. He's not allowed inside. And then some producer guy, I guess, came to the side of the ring, and he's like, he's here. And then they showed a clip on Titantron. The Rock's backstage with 3 cheesy looking cops. And he cuts a promo on the cops, you know, typical Rock promo, you know, you're going to tell The Rock this, and The Rock doing it for the people, and The Rock this, the people, Rock, the people, The Rock, the people. And, yeah, that was basically it. Shitty promo. Start off the show. Raw always seems to start off pretty shitty. Next up, they announced there's going to be a Beat the Clock challenge, and the winner of the Beat the Clock challenge will get a chance to choose their number of what spot they enter the Royal Rumble. So we get a Beat the Clock challenge match, and it's between Randy Orton and Antonio Cesaro. Now, if it wasn't a Beat the Clock match, this would have been okay. It was an alright match. It wasn't good, wasn't bad, it was okay. But if it's Beat the Clock, you would want to win as fast as possible. And even Jerry Lawler said this at ringside. Why the hell are you doing wrestling holds? You know, you want to do a lot of high impact moves, you know, make it real quick, fast paced, just, you know, beat the clock, do as fast as possible. And they're just sitting there doing wrestling holds, chin locks, and headlocks, and wrist locks, and what the hell. And, you know, like I said, the match was okay. It didn't really, you know, it didn't keep me on the edge of my seat. I was kind of like starting to fall asleep, and Cesaro throws Orton into the ring post. Orton falls out, and then all of a sudden Orton just gets back in the ring and hits him with an RKO and wins. What the hell? Are you going to really bury your champion, Vince? Like, I understand, you know, this match had no effect on Cesaro whatsoever. Like, he didn't need to win this match, but what the hell is Randy Orton gaining either? You know? I don't know. So, Randy Orton wins the first Beat the Clock match. He won it with like 11 minutes and a couple seconds. I forget. And next up, we get a couple promos. First is an introduction for Mick Foley going into the Hall of Fame. Not a bad promo. I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. You know, you saw some old clips of Mick Foley and how he was growing up, wanting to do wrestling and all that. It was really cool. And then right after that, we get a Shield promo. And these Shield promos are really mixed. Sometimes they're really bad, other times they're really good. This one was pretty good. I liked it. I think it was setting up a match for the Royal Rumble, probably like a 6-man tag match between probably Orton, Sheamus, Ryback. They threw the Miz's name a lot in there as well. So I don't know if they're going to do something with The Miz. I don't know. The Miz just really fucking sucks. But anyway, you know, they were calling out how they brought Ryback back to reality. They punished Randy Orton. You know, Sheamus fights for fun, but they fight for justice. It was actually a pretty good promo. I enjoyed it. And like I said, I think that's going to set up a match at the Royal Rumble, because we really have no idea what match is at the Royal Rumble, other than the Big Show and Del Rio and CM Punk and The Rock. Like, there's really no other ideas. So hopefully that's a promo to build a match for the Rumble. Next up, we get a match between Big Show and Zack Ryder. Oh, obviously Zack Ryder's in the match. It's going to be good. No way. So Big Show comes out. Zack Ryder comes out. The match starts. Granted, it was only like a 2-minute match. During the match, Brad Maddox comes out and he joins them at ringside. Doesn't say a damn thing. All he does, hey, I'm Brad Maddox. I'll see you guys later. What the I don't know. I'm not a fan of Brad Maddox. I had high hopes for the guy, but after seeing his first promo, and he was so shaky, and he's still not good on the mic. I don't know why the guy's here. I don't know why they have such high hopes for him anymore. I gave him a chance. He sucks. Anyway, moving on to the match. All it was a knockout punch. That's it. And I swear, when Zack Ryder fell to the ground, he got pinned. I swear the dude said, fuck my life. My lip reading's not the best, but I swear he said, fuck my life. And I can't blame the guy. The guy gets jobbed out all the time. I heard he got cut already. I didn't think he was going to be there. But, you know, WWE trying to punish him for getting 1 million followers on Twitter without their say. So that's kind of BS. And after the match, Big Show, I guess you could say that was a promo, saying how, this is going to be Alberto Del Rio at the Royal Rumble during a last man standing match. And I'm just going to give you guys a preview. And he put his foot on Zack Ryder, and he started counting 1, 2, 3. And every time he starts counting, the crowd goes, what? Now, like they've been doing ever since Stone Cold was there. And he says, oh, you're really gonna what me? Dude, they fucking what everybody. And then he throws like a temper tantrum and just runs out of the ring. It was very, very bad. Big Show cannot cut a good promo anymore. The guy just needs to retire. So they cut to commercial break and we come back. Paul Heyman's on the phone talking to somebody we don't know. And Brad Maddox bothers him once again, as we've been seeing the past couple weeks. And every time Paul Heyman's like, dude, we don't like you, stay out of my life, go away. This time, all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I'll give you a shot. What? How do you go from hating the guy's guts to like, okay, you're my number one fan? What the hell? What I think WWE's trying to do here is probably one of two things. Either Maddox is going to line up with Punk and Heyman, which I find unlikely, or Heyman is going to side with Brad Maddox, because Maddox can't fucking talk. So I think Heyman's going to be, his voice, his little mouthpiece, and they're going to turn on Punk. When that's going to happen, I don't know, but I did hear rumors about Heyman turning on Punk, and I think with Brad Maddox, that's probably going to be the case sometime in the near future. But this promo was really bad, because like I said, Maddox can't talk, and I'm thinking to myself, what in the world can be worse? So they cut from that promo a fucking 3MB. Son of a bitch. And they're out there, I guess they were doing air guitar, looking like they're trying to fucking jerk each other off like a bunch of assholes. But all of a sudden I heard, feed me more, and I think this was the first time I cheered for Ryback. I really do. I fucking hate 3MB. Words can't describe it. It's so childish and retarded. How the hell are you going to have Heath Slater, who's he was cool with the one-man band gimmick. You know, he was corny, but it was cool. I liked it. How is he going to go from I'm all by myself, I'm a lone wolf, one-man band? Okay, now I got two other guys with me. What the hell? You got Drew McIntyre. Nobody's seen this guy for fucking years. And he's back. And he's trying to be a rock star with some foreign accent and you think he's a badass. You're not a badass. And you got Jinder Mahal with a turban on trying to be some rock star. What rock star has a turban and a thick Indian accent? You're not. Oh my god, this is the worst pairing of people ever. Anyway, Ryback comes out, squashes him. Thank you, Ryback, for once. And Ryback cuts a promo after the match, and you know how Ryback talks. Feed me more. And then every time he talks, he takes like a huge ass breath and he pauses. I don't know if that's supposed to be his character or what, but dude, you can talk normally. I understand you're supposed to be a monster. Kane was a monster, but he talked normally. But you know, he says, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble. This match was designed for me, and it really is. You know, because Ryback's a powerful guy. He throws people out of the ring. He's not going to win. But I wouldn't be surprised if he broke Kane's record for most eliminations. I think Kane eliminated like 11 people. I wouldn't be surprised if Ryback broke that record. You have to let him do something, because you know damn well he's not going to win. So I think that would be interesting to see. Then we cut to commercial and come back once again to find The Rock still in the parking lot with the cheesy looking cops, and all of a sudden Vicky comes out and she says, you know what, I'll let you in as long as you apologize. And basically The Rock said no, called her a biatch again, end the segment. No, he said biatch. I'll get into that later. I'll talk a little bit of a rant about The Rock later on in this video. So after that, we cut to CM Punk in the ring, cutting another great promo as CM Punk does. And basically he's saying how, you know, he busted his ass for the title, it was prestigious, he made the belt prestigious, and, you know, he also said how The Rock's more of an entertainer rather than, you know, a wrestler, and CM Punk's a wrestler, and basically he's not going to allow The Rock to win the WWE Championship. The message was short, sweet, and to the point. It was a very good promo. The highlight, it seems like the highlight of Raw anymore is when CM Punk is on the mic. It might not be a controversial promo or anything like that, like we saw going into Money in the Bank a couple years ago. But the fact that he's good on the mic, it makes it entertaining. So after that, we get a match, another Beat the Clock challenge. This one's between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. Another boring ass match. And The Miz, oh my god, this is getting so much worse. The Miz is trying to copy Flair because they had a promo last week on Raw, which fucking sucked. The Miz fucking sucks. He puts on the worst figure four leg lock I have ever seen. Ever. And Dolph Ziggler, just being the nice guy that he is, tries to sell it. Dolph, you need to stop selling things because you're going to end up screwing yourself over. Because Dolph Ziggler, he's a very good wrestler. I swear the guy has like the best drop kick in the business. But what makes him special is that he does a very good job at selling moves and putting people over. When Miz tried to put in that figure four leg lock, he should have just sat there like, what the hell are you doing? But you know, Dolph being the guy that he is, he tries to sell it, and he got a rope break because Big E pulled him over or some shit like that. I don't know, I wasn't even paying attention. But Ziggler ends up winning, And after he won, the bell had rang. The referee or the announcer said, "Hey, Dolph Ziggler is the winner." The clock's still running down. What the fuck is this? I don't know if they fixed it later or what. I hope they did. Either way, regardless, I was like, this stuff's rigged. It has to. Well, obviously it is because it's scripted. But like, come on, don't make it so obvious. And then next up we get it was the anger management segment. Jesus God Almighty. Shelby's there looking like a doofus. It was their graduation ceremony, and Kane and Daniel Bryan came down to the ring, and they came to Kane's entrance music. Nothing says graduation like a theme song from hell. To hear somebody scream in the beginning of the music, and then just dark, creepy ass music with fire on the screen, and it made no goddamn sense. And they're walking to the ring with their stupid gowns. Kane's got his wet, greasy hair with his mask on and a fucking gown. Daniel Bryan's got his hair all slicked back with an obnoxious beard. He looks retarded. Why are they doing this? At first it was funny. Okay, they had a couple funny moments. But after like 2 weeks, it was just ended already. Because Kane, he was such a destructive monster. And now he's this. I said, Kane, before he retires, he needs to have one more monster gimmick run. One more big red machine. But can he? His entire reputation's been diminished by this stupid anger management segment. This is horrible. This is atrocious. And Daniel Bryan, the best wrestler in the company, him and CM Punk are right there at number one. And he's being held down, like Punk said in a promo not that long ago. He's being held down by a stupid childish gimmick. Oh my god. The segment basically goes, one more exercise. Shelby says there's going to be one more exercise, and he's like, alright, you have to say who should be valedictorian. There's only 2 goddamn people. And the valedictorian gets to talk about their feelings. So obviously, Kane's like, I think Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan says, oh, I think it's Kane. And they do their stupid, no, you're the valedictorian. No, you're the valedictorian. Oh my god. And then, basically, all of a sudden, Shelby's like, hey, let's hug it out. I wanted to grab a gun and blow my damn brains out. Why are they doing this? Especially to these two. Kane, just because of his gimmick alone, you shouldn't do this crap. And Daniel Bryan, he's 30 years old, acting like a 5-year-old. And he still has all the potential in the world to be a great wrestler in the company. And you just diminishing him. It's, oh god. Let's just say if I was a wrestler and I had to do this, I would tell Vince McMahon to go fuck himself and walk off. But Shelby's like, well, it's not just you guys are gonna hug, everybody's gonna hug. I said, are you kidding me? They're like, are Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler gonna hug? So Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler hug. Are Justin Roberts and that other guy gonna hug? So they hug. And they go on for 5 minutes. Just, are these guys gonna hug? Just pointing to people in the crowd. Are they gonna hug? Are they gonna hug? What about them? Are these guys? What about those guys? How about these guys over here? Are they gonna hug? Are they gonna hug? Shut the hell up. It was, oh my god. I understand it's PG. I get that. But why in the blue hell are you hugging at a wrestling event? There's some other wrestling promotion. I think it's called Chikara Pro or something like that. They're a PG-based wrestling company. They don't hug people. This is bullshit. I'm sorry. That was bad. I'm leaving myself speechless. It was so horrible. Next up, Divas match between Kaitlyn and Alicia Fox. Nothing much to really say. Kaitlyn wins. She kind of looked hot. Her face is kind of weird though. She did look pretty good though. I mean, that's basically all you want out of a Divas match. Do they look good? Alright, enough. But yeah, Kaitlyn wins. Big deal. Next up, there's a promo with Paul Heyman in the ring and CM Punk in a skybox. Obviously, this is going to end well for Heyman. Clearly. But, Heyman comes out there, he goes, alright, let me dumb down for you stupid people what my champion said earlier, and, he just calls people stupid. And then, what do you know, The Rock came in. Holy shit, we didn't expect that one. Now, before I get into this, I'm going to do a little rant on The Rock. Now, much like everybody else, I heard The Rock was coming back. I was pretty excited. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was great. But ever since, these couple appearances The Rock has been making, it doesn't feel like he belongs. Since you're on this YouTube, check out One Ring of Wyza. It's spelled W-Y-Z-A. He's a YouTube commentator. He brought this up too, and I was thinking the same thing. He beat me to the punch though as far as the rant. Anyway, The Rock, it's like he's bigger than the company now. He's larger than life. He moved on. He's a movie star now. People know him other than wrestling, and now he's come back, especially with this shitty roster. He's bigger than the company. I don't know how else to put it. He doesn't belong now. Maybe if Stone Cold was still here, or guys from the Attitude Era that were still here. Alright, I can see it. But it's like he's larger than life. He tries to be Attitude-like because he throws in a couple cuss words, but I don't know. It's not the same feeling that you had about The Rock back in the Attitude Era that you feel about The Rock now. It's so weird. It just, he doesn't belong. The only thing that's making him entertaining, if you're really thinking about it, he comes up with some creative things, he says creative words and he cusses. Oh, he said ass. Oh my god, he said ass. And the only reason why you freak out is because nobody's allowed to use any foul language. I'm not saying they should go in there and, go fuck yourself. I'm not saying that. But, at least throw me a damn here, a damn there, go to hell, kiss my ass, something. Or, even throw in a classic son of a bitch. But, that's the only thing keeping The Rock entertaining. And, he calls Paul Heyman Twinkie Tits. I give him credit for that. That's pretty creative. I don't know. He just doesn't belong. It doesn't feel like you thought it would feel. And he's just going to leave sometime soon anyway, because now he's given up his entire movie career for the wrestling business. So whether they put the title on him or not, it seems pointless, because he's just going to abandon you later. I don't know. But let's get into the promo. The Rock comes out, cuts off Paul Heyman, and generic promo. God, it's so generic. I really have to describe it. And all of a sudden, the lights go out. I'm thinking, okay, what the hell is this? Lights come on. Shield came out, and they're beating the hell out of The Rock. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you. I like The Rock, but thank you, Jesus. He needed this. Because like I said, The Rock he doesn't feel like he belongs, and now, with the Shield coming out and attacking him, it kind of brought him down, to the real world. It made him look human. He wasn't some, just great figure, this unstoppable force coming into the WWE. he looked like a normal human being. He was brought down to earth. He got attacked. It was like he was another superstar instead of just being The Rock. Or he's not even The Rock anymore. He's just Dwayne. But the Shield comes out. They attack him. I was damn near marking out. I think that saved the segment because the promo was and I think the Shield saved it, and it was probably one of the best parts of the night. They attacked The Rock. They beat the living hell out of him. And we actually saw blood. Now, it's not like Attitude Era blood or ECW blood like I would like. He just spit up a little bit. But, there's a lot of people, oh my god, blood. Now, I was one of those people, oh my god, but I wasn't like going crazy about it. And it's sad that you're making your fans, most of your other fans go crazy over this for the sight of just a little bit of blood. Like, it's so PG. Like, you need some edginess, and don't say that The Rock's spitting up a little bit of blood's edgy. But that I like that part of the segment. Brought The Rock down to earth, and it's going to be interesting to see how this progresses. Next up, we get our last Beat the Clock challenge. This one's between Sheamus and your Intercontinental Champion, Wade Barrett. And I'm thinking, great, he's going to squash out another one of his champions. So the match goes on. It was and like the last 20 seconds or so, Sheamus is setting up for the bro kick. I'm thinking, great, they're going to job out Wade Barrett. And then Dolph Ziggler, AJ, and Big E all come out. Basically just distract the ref. Basically just cost Sheamus. There's nothing exciting at all. And after that, we cut to a segment backstage between Dolph, AJ, Big E standing there. And they're talking to Vicky Guerrero. And Dolph's like, oh, what number should I pick? Should I go with 30? Or should I go with 27? Because most people have won at the number 27. And he starts making out with AJ randomly. And, Vicky Guerrero gets her panties in a bunch and says, oh, well, I never said you got to choose any number. You got to choose between a certain amount of numbers. It's like, okay. And your choices are 1 or 2. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Now, I know Dolph Ziggler's not going to win the Rumble. I know. But what the fuck? But 1 and 2? Really? This guy's supposed to be one of your biggest stars coming up in the company. And you want to put him 1 or 2? It's not like back in the day when he who must not be named, but I'm going to name him anyway, Chris Benoit was put at number 1. That was part of the storyline. He was the good guy, and the evil general manager was trying to screw him over. That I understood. That was cool. That was fine. But this guy, what the hell? It's like Ziggler's a heel, Vicky's a heel, and the heel is trying to screw over the heel. It makes no sense. And Dolph Ziggler, since he's supposed to be your star, and we all know damn well he's not going to win the Rumble. Like, when Benoit was number 1 and he won the Rumble, we kind of had a feeling he was going to win. But there's no feeling Ziggler is going to win the Royal Rumble, especially because he's the Money in the Bank guy. He has a shot at the title regardless. But, and fucking WWE. Then we get another segment backstage, real quick segment. Basically, Vince McMahon's like, oh, the Shield attacked The Rock. How dare you attack some fucking has-been who's going to be the future of my company once again because he kisses my ass with another group of individuals. So, Punk, if they attack my champion once again, I'm going to strip that title from you. Fuck you, Vince. I I hate Vince McMahon, dude. I mean, when he was a heel, he was alright. But this face, Vince, horrible. Like, he's a bigger douchebag than what he already was. And then after that, we get I guess you can call it our main event. It was Alberto Del Rio, and I have high hopes for the guy. Because he wasn't doing anything as a heel. So I was like, alright, make the guy a face, and they made him a face. So I'm curious to see how this turns out. He's facing Tensai, and I feel bad for that guy. Because he came into the WWE with such, a strong presence, and now it's like they job him out every week, and they make him do embarrassing stuff. I feel bad for the guy. But, Del Rio takes him on, wins the match, no surprise. And, Del Rio did what the Big Show did, I'm going to show you what's like at Last Man Standing match at the Royal Rumble. I'm going to count to 10 and I'm going to do it in Spanish. Why are they making the Big Show look like some racist prick? I don't understand that. I guess to help put him over as a face, being the whole Mexican aristocrat thing he's got going on. I guess I can see that. But I think that's just funny as hell. He gets the crowd chanting, "See, see, see." What does C have to do with anything? I just love how they're making a Big Show look like an arrogant, racist prick. But, that was it. And then, all night they've been saying, John Cena will address the crowd tonight. And finally the time comes. John Cena's going to address the crowd. I'm like, what the hell? What does he have to address? What the fuck? Like, is he going to ask for time off for the 15th time and never take it off? So he comes out. And meanwhile, I'm thinking, why the hell does he get the main event promo slot while you have CM Punk and The Rock building up for their epic match? They're like the focal point of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and you're not even building them up. They should be in the main event slot. But John Cena is. Why, I don't know. And it fucking sucks. Once again, Cena, he comes out there making these immature jokes, and he sees one kid in the crowd, and he's I'm playing Call of Duty. You're the one making me look like a noob. You got all your homework done, right? Shut the fuck up. And he sees some other girl in the fucking crowd, and it's like, you spend your Sundays doing yoga. Shut the fuck up. Then you see some loser fat guy. He goes, yeah, I know what it's like. Yeah, because you're a fucking loser. Shut the fuck up. And it took him, I swear it had to have been 15 minutes to make one point. And this is what the entire segment was. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. Why the fuck did you take up so much time doing that? And then Sheamus comes out. No, fella, I'm going to win. And then the primetime players come out. It's like, ooh, is Titus O'Neil going to get airtime? The guy's pretty good on the mic. No. What do you think? And then he got cut off by Randy Orton. Randy Orton says, I'm going to win. And then all these other assholes are going to come in and out, just, I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win. And then they go all in the ring, and they're all going to brawl and throw each other over the rope. And stupid fucking segment. Fucking stupid. Raw, I thought it was an okay show at first. But after hearing myself doing this review, it fucking sucked. And I really hope the Royal Rumble is good. As far as my predictions, Del Rio and Big Show, might as well keep it on Del Rio. I think they are going to keep it on Del Rio. Just to push him more as a face. You get Punk versus The Rock. This one goes back and forth. I think they should keep it on Punk. I don't think they should drop it from Punk. I don't think they should drop it at Royal Rumble. I don't think they should drop it at Elimination Chamber. I think they should just fucking keep it on the guy, because the guy's the fucking best in the goddamn company. I like The Rock, but like I said, he doesn't fit in. So why are you gonna put a belt on the guy who's bigger than your own fucking company? And he's just gonna leave sooner rather than later. You know, it makes no sense to put the belt on The Rock. Yeah, but and the Royal Rumble match itself, most likely you're gonna see John Cena win. Yeah, I don't think because the rumors are The Rock versus Cena 2 at WrestleMania. Why the fuck are you booking that match? Nobody wants to see that shit. But those are the rumors, so I'm thinking if John Cena wins the Rumble, I think that holds to be true. The only other possibilities I see would probably be either Sheamus or Randy Orton, only because they were saying Sheamus and Orton for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. How that pans out, I don't know. But that ought to be interesting. Well, in theory it would be interesting. But yeah, that's the Raw review, guys. Thank you guys for listening to my rant. Thank you for watching. Keep on tuning in.